Hey guys, I'm going to go over task 6 with you. These are for the ones who don't have access to Pigeonetics. So let me open this up. Let me go to Pigeonetics. Okay. So I'm going to go over this as well as go through the assignment with you. We've already done these 2 sections. So we're just going to follow through and make sure we do everything and see up to which level we get up on. So for some of the selective breeding trials, there needed to be 2 or more generations in order for an organism to have a desired trait. Based on this evaluation, would it be difficult or easy to breed organisms? That's an open-ended and that needs 2 sentences. But I would suggest just like play the game, see up to what number that you got to. There's only 5 questions for task 7. So let's proceed. Okay. We've already done this. So this is a pigeon. It's a domestic rock pigeon. There's 350 breeds of pigeon. Okay. People like to breed pigeons with specific characteristics, and people really like pigeons. So, for example, this pigeon has a different genotype than humans do. So females have ZY or ZW instead of the humans. Human females have XX, and then male pigeons have ZZ, when in turn male humans have X and Y chromosomes. So it's different. So for the sake of this trial, we have to understand that animals have different genotypes. They have different alleles than humans do. For example, the pigeons are ZZ and ZW. And you should have written that down here in your items right there. Okay. So moving on, this is a female. Your first puzzle is to breed a female pigeon. So I'm going to breed a female pigeon. I have to select, it takes 2 to tango, so select 2. I want to breed a female. So the female genotype, as I've noted here, females are ZW, so I want a Z and a W. So I want a W, it's the only one available, and I want a Z. Hatch it, and I got a female. Continue. 2 out of 26. There's 26 levels. Let's see what you can do. So the Goldbird is a male, meaning that you want your bird to be a male. Okay, males, go back to your notes. Males represent Z, Z. Okay, so you need 2 of those. So go ahead and select. There's only 2 birds, so it takes 2 to tango. I need a Z and I need a Z to make a male. Let's see what happens. I have a male. Good. Moving on. So to be a good pigeon breeder, you need to know how pair birds to get offspring with just the right combination of characteristics. You need to know a lot about genetics. Inherited characteristics like whether a pigeon has a crest or not are the products of genes. So a crest here is represented by, I wonder if I can zoom in on this. Yeah, a crest here is represented by this little crown that you see with the spikes. So moving on. If it has one allele with the crest on it, it's not very strong, so it's going to have no crest. We will see here. So for most gene offsprings inherit 2 copies, 1 from each parent. 2 copies can be the same or they can be different. Different versions of the same gene are called alleles. We know them. So the allele combo is called a genotype. This single individual is one allele of no crest. This one is the other allele of a crest. Okay, moving on. Our Goldbird is going to be a male with no crest, so we have to combine 2. So the 2 alleles work together to make what we see, what scientists call a phenotype. What we see is what is a phenotype. Okay, moving on. All right, so for the best score, choose 2 parents that have the highest probability of producing the Goldbird. We need, let's see what we need. It says it right here, which is cool. A male with no crest, meaning I want like a rounded top. All right, so if I want a male, we need a male and a female, right? So I want us to have no crest. So hopefully I can get a female with no crest, like no crest at all. So this is no crest. I want a male, so I need ZZ. So I'd do that first. And then the crest, well, I have no other option, so I have to take this allele and I can take this allele. Let's see what. Good. So we have a male with no crest because the crest is not a dominant trait. Right. If you want to click explain, it can explain it right here, and it has you all the way here. This is really cool stuff. Continue. Now you need to create a male with a crest. So we need a male. We need a male and a female to make a male. Actually, let me see if I can put this guy. Go back. Can I reset it? Good. So let me see. If I don't want a crest, if I want a crest, I need a male like with a crest. If I want a crest, I need a female with a crest allele. I'm making a male, so that's easy. That's the easy part. Now, if I want a crest, I want this spiky crest. I want this spiky crest. Let's see what happens. And you did it. Okay. So the crest allele is recessive to the no crest allele, meaning that we need both to actually show that trait. Now we're going on to level 5. So we need a female crest with a crest. So the female, well, we need a male and a female, right? To make a female with a crest, we need to have a male with a crest too. So let me, this one's kind of difficult because how else can we do it? So let me see, we have a male here, I guess any female because they both look the same. Okay, so Z and W, that'll create a female, but I don't know if it'll have a crest because this is recessive and I need both. Excuse me. Oh my God, hatched. Oh, I need to go through 2 generations. Okay, understandable. This is the 2nd generation, so maybe my offspring will be what I want. We need a female, so with a crest. So here's a female with a crest. Here's a male with a crest. And I'm going to do, I need a female. Here's the W. Here's the crest. Here's the crest. And let's hatch it. And we're successful. Cool. So we can continue. This is like adding multiple things. So I'm not going to go on this far just because like for the sake of time to allow you to do your work. So up to here, you're going to stop. And we went into like number 6, I believe. So when you go into your up to number 5, you can say we got up to number 6. What was the most difficult part about it? Go ahead and write about that. Okay. All right. And that is all for today. I'm going to log off and that will be it. Thanks, guys.